Imagine walking into a bank foreclosed office building, empty, neglected, forgotten about. Now, imagine the same building now 90% occupied and cash flowing $12,000 a month. This is exactly what one of our beginning students, Manuel, is doing right now. So in this video, I'm going to share with you his story step by step. But before we go to his interview, I'm going to give you a few details to make this all even more impactful for you. Okay, so day one that he purchased his bank foreclosed office building, it was 60% occupied. Okay, the purchase price was $2,150,000, and we help him negotiate a $100,000 credit from the bank. Okay, so the appraisal came in at $2,190,000, right? So was that $40,000 more than the purchase price? But the ARV, after we have everything all fixed up and 90% occupied, it's going to be worth $3,050,000. Amazing. But guess what? Because his bank foreclosed and 60% occupied, there's no cash flow at the moment. Okay? Now, fast forward to day 65. Here's our turnaround plan with Manuel. We're going to fill the vacancies with 90% of the units occupied. How do we know that it can get this occupied? Because all other office buildings near this location is about the same, 90% or greater. So awesome location. We're going to increase the rents. We're going to implement triple net leases. That means the tenants will pay for insurance, taxes, repairs, roofs, everything, all in their leases. So our student Manuel pays nothing other than just paying the mortgage, right? We're going to convert the current monthly leases into triple net leases, long-term leases. And we're gonna, in day one, we already started this, to build back the electricity and water. So our goal is to take the building's expenses off of the landlord and onto the tenant. You can do that in a very strong office market, okay? And by the end of the year, our goal is to have a cash flow of $12,000 per month, right? Got it? All right. So what I want you to do next is watch the interview, and Manuel will share with you how he did this step by step. Enjoy. Welcome everybody. I have a special guest, a very special guest, one of our favorite students, Manuel, with this morning, who closed on his first commercial deal. And I want to start off with you, Manuel, your why, because we believe if your why is powerful, and then the how is not too difficult. So Manuel, share with us your why. Why commercial real estate? What drove you to contact us and to get started on your journey with commercial real estate?
I studied law, so I am an attorney. So for the last probably 25 plus years, I was involved probably 100% in my legal activity. My legal activity was related with real estate and banking and finance. So I think I was doing pretty well back then, but I had a problem. I didn't have time. So eventually, one day, my son back then he was, I think, 6 or 7 years old. He came to me and he asked me, "Hey, Dad, do you have weekends?" And I said, "Yes, of course, I have weekends. Everybody does. Saturdays and Sundays is the weekend for everybody." And he replied to me, "No, Dad, you don't have weekends. You are always working."
Yeah.
So that was huge. That was shocking to me. So in that moment, I realized that I have to make some changes in my life. So to get a more balanced life between my legal thing and my expertise with everything else. So the first thing that came to me was, okay, that could probably, I have experience in legal related with real estate and finance. Probably real estate investing could be the answer. So I started searching for knowledge. I started reading. I started watching videos, and eventually, I remember I was watching this YouTube video, and suddenly you came up, and you were talking about these all major concepts and fundamentals about the commercial real estate investing. So you were talking about income, expenses, NOIs, debt service, cash flow, cap rates, and everything. And I started reading your books. I started probably I watch all your videos. So I realized that through commercial real estate investing, I could be able to combine my skills and have this sense of fulfillment, combining my expertise that I already have. I I could get money, of course. Money is important, but I think on that time, the most important thing for me was time.
Mm.
Time for my family, for my kids, for my wife, for my parents, for myself. And eventually, I said, yes, commercial real estate investing could be the answer. And I joined the program.
Okay, great. And the rest is history. Got questions? Simply text the word Peter to 833-942-4516 and we'll help you. All right. And Emmanuel, you chose as your first property to buy with us an office building, and office buildings have a bad reputation today. So, why did you jump into office buildings?
When I found this building, the first thing that caught my attention was the location.
Hmm.
The location was good. As you always say, Peter, you can fix the property, but you can't fix the location. And eventually, a good location can help you. So the location was good. I did my research and I discovered that this location has the lowest vacancy in all the greater Houston area.
Hmm.
So that was a major driver for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the second thing was the type of property. I liked that the property it's not an office by itself. It could be used as an office, co-working, doctor's office, personal trainers, hair salons, and so I like the flexibility. So if we have low vacancy combined with this multi of flexibility in the usage of the building, I think we can be good with the property.
Great, great. And you did great research on getting second opinions and third party opinions on what the building could actually do and be occupied with. So, yeah, so I agree with you. I'm very confident that the building which you purchased was probably 8 vacancies out of 20 that we can get it filled pretty quickly. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I totally agree.
Great, great. Okay, now the fun stuff, Manuel. Let's jump into the deal. So share with us a little bit about the deal.
It's a 20 unit office building or flex building. It was a foreclosure. The bank, the owner, it's obviously the building is it's an REO, it's a bank owned. The last owner, as far as I know, was living in California, so he was an absent owner. So the bank, it's a bank from New York City, and the property is located in Texas. So I think that combination didn't work very well.
Yes.
So we found this property. The asking price was at first 2.3 million. That was the asking price that the bank was asking at first. Obviously, the bank was wanted to sell the property fast because they are not in the real estate business. They want to recover their
Right.
money.
Right.
That's important thing.
Yeah.
So we started. I remember I prepared this presentation to you. We were talking about the location, the type of property, the strategy for this building, and eventually we came up with an offer. The first offer I remember was a little bit lower than 2 million. So back and forth, we signed the contract at 2.15 million with the bank. We started our due diligence. We started with the physical inspections, legal inspections, financial inspections, And we discovered that the property had deferred maintenance.
Yeah.
So I remember I talked to you, and we prepared for the seller a list, a two-column list, saying that, hey, Mr. Seller, okay, this is cosmetic. We are going to take care of this. But the building has these major problems, the mechanical problems, the roof, the sidewalk, the ACs, the foundation, and everything. You have to take care of this. So we started a renegotiation of the price, and we came up with a 100,000 credit for repairs from the seller. So that was very good. That will help us in order to rehab the property. So the strategy is going to be rehab the property, rehab the vacant units, put new tenants in the vacant units. With the existing tenants, we're going to push a little bit the rents. We want them to stay at the property. But the one important thing, we are going to build them back the utilities
Yeah.
and expenses, because we're going to put triple net leases in place. So the tenants are going to pay for the insurance, the taxes, and for the maintenance. That's I think that's the most important thing. So if we can accomplish that, probably we can force the appreciation up to 3 million.
Yeah.
Probably yes.
That's great. That's awesome. What are some of the main problems or challenges that you had to overcome during this process? Because there always are, right?
Yeah, yes, of course, especially with this foreclosed property, because of the lack of information. There was no info there was no
Hmm.
history about the income, the expenses, the insurance. There was nothing. So probably the first thing we had to deal with was the lack of information.
Yeah.
We overcome uh, about this, obviously, with your help to figure out like a budget for this property. Obviously, the property manager help was incredible, and the realtors as well. So to start and fill these spaces with this information based on experience from you. The second thing was I probably I probably say that was the getting insurance.
Yes. Yeah.
Insurance, I think it's tough today. Uh, I can remember how many insurance brokers I talked to, probably 9 or 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you tell me, we need insurance for this property. We need the property coverage at replacement cost. That wasn't easy. We need the general liability, and we need the income loss. So at the end of the day, we got those coverage with the help of the property manager. The property manager took the property and included the property in their portfolio. So
Yeah.
that was a major thing to get insurance for this.
Okay, great. So basically, your property manager had a master policy of other buildings they were managing, and then you benefited from that, right? That they were able to put you under their umbrella, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Get mentored by me and my team by applying to be our next protege. Click the top corner. So, Manuel, share with us what are some of the highlights of that you have working with us as your coaches.
Yes, of course. That's very important. I think mentorship it's the first thing. I would like to separate three concepts or three stages. Probably the first one is all the knowledge. When I joined the program, you gave me a lot of stuff to study from. Reading videos. I remember I felt like being in college again. So studying every day,
Yeah.
because there was massive information to learn from. The second thing is the experience that you shared. Um, all your videos, all your these communications, these messages, is experience. Is experience that you share with us, so we can be able to connect the theory the concepts with with the practice.
Yeah,
So that's important. That's very important. And the third thing I can say is the companion, your support during all the process. When I presented this deal to you, you asked me questions about the deal, little hints to take care of. So this support was very important to follow with the deal and eventually to close on the deal, taking care of these little things these little things, but important things
yeah,
based on your experience in order to avoid mistakes or bad decisions.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, uh, Manuel, share with me. Now that you have this building, what are the next steps for you? Because you've been with us for a year now, and you have this beautiful building, under your ownership, and it's going to be a nice building. You bought it for 2.15. You're going to put a hundred and something thousand dollars into it. It's going to be worth $3 million, probably by the end of next year. Great project.
Mhm.
Everything is already in place. We met last week, so you have the contractors, everything going right now. So, what does the future look like for you? What's the plan?
Continue. Continue with real estate investing. Yes, of commercial real estate investing, of course. Obviously, the first of all, we need to stabilize this property,
Yeah,
make it profitable, and the second thing, we're looking for more properties.
yeah.
Actually, right now we have some residential units, so we're going to sell the units. We're going to sell the residential in order to have resources and money jump to jump again into commercial.
Okay, great. And many people they understand my belief about the residential. And residential, it may help you get started, but it really doesn't help you get to the level of where you like to reach freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. Would you say that's true?
Yes, of course. And one thing, I think the most important thing about the difference between residential and commercial is the appreciation.
Mm.
In residential, you can't force the appreciation. Your property value is determined by comparables.
Yeah,
So in commercial, you can have two same properties, but the value of the property is based on its performance. So
yeah,
eventually you have more control. You can push the rents, if you can push the income and you can lower the expenses, the NOI will increase. As you always say, Peter, if the NOI goes up, the property value goes up.
yes.
So eventually, that's a huge step in order to get a better property value.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, 100%. Ever wondered how pro investors find and analyze deals for maximum profit? How to secure financing even if you're a beginner? Or attract and keep tenants for steady passive income? Commercial Real Estate for Beginners delivers simple, actionable steps to master it all. Tap the link on the top corner for your free copy today. So, Manuel, could you share one or two maybe pieces of advice or wisdom to someone who wants to do what you just did, right? To go from where they are today into commercial real estate. What would you share with them?
The first thing is the mindset.
Mm,
You have to work
yes.
on your mindset. The mindset is everything. So you have to believe. You have to believe first in real estate, that real estate is good for you. That's the thing you are looking for. You have to believe that you are a commercial real estate investor. Next time people will ask you, "Hey, how do you for a living?" You will answer, "I'm a commercial real estate investor." So that I think believe believe in commercial real estate and believe in yourself. That's I think the first thing to do.
So, how
First,
did you develop that belief, Manuel?
the why. Your why is if commercial real estate investing could give me the freedom, the time, the money, and this sense of fulfillment. Yes, I think and I believe in this activity in commercial real estate investing. The number two, of course, is to get knowledge, and you need to get the knowledge from experts like you, Peter, from the professionals, from the people that have already experience in the field. So eventually, you will need to have a mentor to get all this knowledge, all these concepts, all the fundamentals. And third, you have to put all the concept and the theory in practice. You will need to start looking for properties. You will need to start making offers. And I have to say, and I have to say this here, you will be rejected, of course, because it's not easy. But you will have and you will continue. You will keep trying and again and again and again until you will find the deal. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, if commercial real estate investing is well performed, you will have not only the financial freedom, you will have personal freedom.
Mm.
And personal freedom, it's to happiness.
Yeah,
And I think happiness is our major goal in life.
yeah. Yeah, that's great. So, Manuel, uh, mentoring you, we've made several offers on properties, and we didn't get anywhere until we got to this one property here. I want to go back a little. How did you get over the hump of making your first offer? That's probably the scariest thing, right?
With your coaching, analyzing the deal, I think, as I said before, you have to learn how to analyze the deal, how to make numbers, how to see a little bit the future about the property. And you can get those by getting mentorship from you, from the experts. You will feel safer if you have a coach with you, and
Mm.
eventually you will get more confidence in making offers during the time.
Great. Yeah, great, great. All right, Manuel, one last question is what type of person, just as your opinion, what type of person would benefit from joining a program like this?
Everyone was looking for these goals, these the financial freedom and the personal freedom. Because everybody needs money, of course, and money is important, but I think it's not the most important thing in life. So if you're looking for time for your family, time for yourself, for your parents, for your friends, for other activities that you want to do, commercial real estate investing is for you.
Awesome. That's so true. That's so true. All right. So, Manuel, thank you so much for joining us today. Your story is so inspiring, and I know others will really enjoy hearing this story. So, again, we appreciate you so much. Would you like to work with me? Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Learn more about my protege program right here.